Hi guys, thank you for clicking on this video. If this is your first time coming on this page, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, please list them below. Please follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Information is on the screen. Let's get to today's video. Or live in Ghana, you know Sundays are best known for fufu and palmnut soup. So over here I do have my meat, some cow skin, some veggies to steam my meat. That's the onions. I do have some goat, fresh goats, some salted fish, which is Kobe, some salted beef, which is tolo beef, and of course our cassava and plantain going to be made for the first time, some ginger, tomatoes, and of course don't forget your seasons that you can use. I do have some rosemary and basil here. So first we're going to get our pot ready for the steaming of the meat. Of course, I'm washing the rosemary and the basil. We're going to put everything in the pot, then of course clean our meat and steam it. I love goat meat in palmnut soup. So of course we do have some skin on the goat. Now I have been told some people like to smoke their meat, some people like to air fry, some people like to dry. So whichever way or whichever meat you want to use for your soup, it's up to you. This is optional. Cook it the way you want it. And of course, everybody cooks their palmnut soup differently. This is my way of cooking palmnut soup. So we're going to rinse the meat till the water turns clear. Like Ashanti would say, clear. Manswaninya clear. One thing that I'll also say, make sure your meat is defrosted so you'll be able to wash it properly. So this meat has been thawed and of course defrozen, so I'm able to wash it very well. As you can tell, the water in the bowl is clear. So we're going to put the meat in the pot that we're going to be cooking the soup in. I'm not sure why my camera wasn't capturing the other sink, but anyways. So in this I do have the cow skin. I do have, I can't think of the name of the meat, but it's called tau in Ghana. It's the stomach of the cow. So if you don't like that, then of course you don't have to add it to it. But yeah, Abenkwan, teachers a wow shot. It's a variety, sir. We're going to dice our onions. Now I did dice one onion to steam the meat, then of course cooked the other one with the tomatoes while steaming the meat. So I blended that in later on. Now in my small blender I had already blended some tomatoes and onions left over for something that I did. So I was just going to use the leftovers in the soup as well. So with the onions, you can use the yellow or the red, but I had the red, so I decided to use this for the soup. And of course, I do collect all my residues from the kitchen and goes out into my compost outside, which I'll be showing in another video, because I do have some things creeping out there, good things creeping out there that we'll be using pretty soon. So here I'm dicing my onions onto the meat that we're going to be steaming shortly. When you're steaming your meat, don't let it cook all the way, because when you put your palm nuts in, you want your palm nut to cook with the meat as well. So maybe 60 to 75% done. That's before you put your palm nut soup in. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. It just encourages me to continue what I'm doing. I love to cook, but now I've started recording when I'm cooking, so this is going to encourage me to continue if this is something that you'd like to see more. So we're going to add some garlic into our blender to blend to steam our meat. Now I'm sorry I don't put how much of each things I use. That's about 5 pieces of garlic. Just use as much as you would like. And of course 2 big tomatoes. So talking about subscribing, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like our videos or give us a thumbs down with a comment to let me know how I can improve on these videos. Of course, I do edit my own videos, so everything is a learning process for me. So please don't be too hard on me on the comments. Instagram and also on Twitter. On Facebook, my personal page is Inshiraba Sewa. And on Instagram, I am on there as Inshiraba Sewa or AfricStyle Initiatives. On Facebook, I do have a personal page, again, as Inshiraba Sewa. I do have a page for African cuisine that I post most of the cooking, and also I've started posting the video there as well. Now, cooking is not something professional I do own a clothing business, so of course I do promote most of my clothing on there. But for the love of cooking and the love of eating, I do have the African cuisine pages. I will go into details why that came about one day, but for right now I'm just focusing on the clothing and accessories of my business. So we're still trying to get meat going. I think that's the part that takes longer, trying to peel all these. All these. We're almost there though. So if you're able to try any of these methods of cooking, please leave a comment below and let me know how it came out, how you loved it or didn't like it. If you have a different way of cooking your soup, you can share it below as well. Everybody cooks differently, but we all cooking the same thing. Of course, some people like more veggies in their soup, so may add different things to it. I know some people add carrots, either garden eggs, eggplant, and different things in it. So whatever you add to your soup, you can leave below and share with us as well. So this is the ginger that I have blended in the fridge. So whenever I need some, I just take it. And also the ginger is from the ginger juice I had made a couple of weeks ago. If you didn't see the video, you can go back and watch. So in the blender, I just blended the veggies, the garlic, ginger for the steaming of the meat. And this is the tolo beef I made. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link the link below. The link to the video, how I made it below, so you'll be able to see how I made that. It is so delicious. So right now our meat is ready for the fire finally. I'll also add some mackerel. I love mackerel in the soup, but not now. And it's almost ready. I will do that. So after washing all those meat in the sink, it's time to clean up, y'all. You know we're making fufu, so we need to clean the sink and get ready for the other part of the cooking. Now the fufu is not going to be in this video, so please make sure you come back and watch how I made fufu with the fresh cassava and plantain. And that was my first time doing that here, and I loved it. So this is our salted fish, which is the Kobe. If you haven't seen the video, it's coming up as well. So I set the salted fish in water for a little bit to get some of the salt out. Now if you paid attention, I haven't added any spices or seasonings to the meat. That's because the tolo beef or the salted beef had seasoning and salt on it. And of course I'm going to add the salted fish or the Kobe, so I'm going to go easy on the salt. So when the soup is almost done, that's when I'll taste to find out if I need any season or if I need any more salt in it. So we're trying to clear the sink because when the food is ready, I am ready to eat. That's no time to clean dishes. And if I don't, then you know it's not gonna be cleaned by me. So whilst doing this, the meat is still on fire, is covered on high heat. So we're going to wait for the tomatoes and the onions to be cooked. Then of course we're going to blend it and put it into the soup. You make sure the water on the meat is enough so you don't burn it. At this time, our tomatoes and the onions, pepper, everything is cooked. So we're going to take them out, blend it, and return it back into. So open your palm nut and empty the can into the soup. So now we're cooking. So as you can see, everything is into the pot now. The tomatoes, the palm nut sauce, everything is into the soup. So we're going to let this sit and cook till it goes down a little bit, or if you see the whole top covered with the red oil, which can be taken off and used for something else, which I'll show in another video, or you can just eat the soup as it is. So as you can tell, the soup is almost cooked. I tasted and it needed a little more season, so I did put some season in it. I also added my microfish since the soup was almost done. We're just going to wait till it goes down a little more. It's going to cook down some more, so everything will be done. So as you can tell, I love okra, and this is the fufu we made with the fresh cassava and the plantain. It was so delicious. And actually that was my first time trying the fufu, the fresh cassava and the plantain. It brought me a little closer home because it tasted just like Ghana fufu. And since then, I have been eating the fresh cassava and the plantain. So as you can see, the fufu was orokodo, not rokodo. It was so delicious. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and give us a comment. Well, we need to improve. As you can tell, the food was delicious. The soup was well cooked. Plate for two, please. Thank you for watching this video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't, please give us a comment. Please subscribe and share this video. We'll see you next time in our next video.